This is Halloween, this is Halloween, no, 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 no.
Hi friends. So we're doing another food video today, but it's a treat, so it doesn't count. Since Halloween's next week, I figured we could do a fun Halloween little treat. Plus Christian has a potluck at work tomorrow, so we're gonna just kill two birds with one stone, even though killing birds is rude. So we're making Oreo balls. You'll need a package of Oreos. These just happen to be the Halloween ones because we're convenient. And a package of cream cheese. You can use any brand of cream cheese you'd like. You just need 8 ounces of it. And then you can use any flavor of Oreos you'd like as well. These ones are not flavored, they're just the orange Halloween ones. But I think for Christmas, if you wanted to use the peppermint ones, or if you're having like some kind of fun activity, you can use the flavored Oreos, which would be tasty. Or you can just use the plain ones, not a big deal. You want the single stuffed ones though, because if you use the double stuff and the cream cheese, there's too much stuff. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Then save your double stuffed ones for eating, because those are better. And you just use the whole package. So we're just gonna dump these guys in our food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can just use the blender. That works just as good, or just as well, whatever. And where you're using white chocolate to dip them, but you can use milk chocolate or dark chocolate, or you can mix up your chocolates. The reason I'm using white chocolate is because I'm going to put fun sprinkles on there to make them festive. But if you want to flavor your chocolate or something, then you can put flavor in there. Whatever you want to do. My mom makes white ones, and then she does like a drizzle of milk chocolate over top because she's fancy. And then you just dump all those in there, and your creme cheese. And you pop your lid on and buzz them up. And your food processor won't start if it's not locked. You just want to pulse it until everything's well incorporated. And we're doing this now because Poppy's taking a nap, and I don't think she likes the noise of this. I'm also using white chocolate because these little sprinkles are little spiders, and I think it'll be cute on the white chocolate. Because, you know, you gotta be cute when you're making these. But this is what it looks like before the cream cheese gets blended in there. It's just kind of, I'm getting it all over the counter, it's fine. Just a little bit of mush. And then you just want to mix it all together. And then I'm going to use this little cookie scoop guy for sizing. I don't want them this big, but it's just easier to scoop it. And then you can cut it in half or however big you want them. I like them about this big, so you can just pop the whole thing in your mouth like a heathen. But you can pick whatever size you want. Once they are in their balls, you stick them on a plate and then put them in the freezer so their shape can hold. And then you dip them in chocolate. But that's just a brief run through of what we're going to do. I'm going to show you each step, don't worry. So I'll be back in a minute once I've got everything mixed up and started rolling the balls. Okay. So, after you get Oreo all over the counter, this is what your little balls are going to look like. I put them on a plate on a Silpat. If you don't have a Silpat, you can use wax paper. If you don't have wax paper, you can just put them on your plate. If you have a big enough freezer, put them on a cookie sheet though. My freezer's not big enough for a cookie sheet. But this is what your little balls look like after you roll them around and stuff. And you want to put them in the freezer so that they hold their shape when you dip them in the hot chocolate, because they'll fall apart otherwise. So they'll sit in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes. You can sit them in there as long as you want, honestly. But as long as they're firm and kind of, you know, hold their shape and whatever, then you're good to take them out. But I may or may not have eaten maybe a couple of them while I was rolling, but it's fine. Also, while I was rolling, I was thinking you could also use flavored cream cheese, would be really tasty. So they're really versatile, like more versatile than brownies, but really easy. Use flavored Oreos, use flavored chocolate, use flavored cream cheese, whatever you want to do. But this is what these little guys look like. They're gonna go in the freezer, and then I will be back to show you about the dippy chocolate part. Hey friends, we're back. So I made a double boiler. If you don't have a fancy double boiler, then you just put a bowl on top of your water, get it boiling, and put your chocolate in there, and then it slowly melts. So mine's almost all the way done, and then we can get the Oreo balls out and get them dipped. But you want to make sure it's all the way melted and stuff before you dip them, or it's going to be weird chunky, kind of like this is. It's not all the way liquidy yet because it's still trying to melt. And you don't want to fill it too full of water, obviously, or it'll try to boil over. But you don't want it to be too not full. It's just hard. Make sure steam can burn you so that Be safe and stuff in your kitchen. But all you do is you dip your little Oreo ball in there, and then you get them all covered and stuff. But since my chocolate's not done yet, it's not runny enough. But you just melt your chocolate in there, and then you dip your balls, and then you're golden. So once they're all dippied, I'll show you what they look like. But make sure, be careful with the steam, and then make sure it's all the way melted before you get your balls in there to dip, because it's easier to dip them when it's more molten and lava-y.
KBRB.
Hello. So here's what the Oreo balls look like. You can see the little spider on there. They're not perfect looking. I obviously didn't cover them evenly, but that could be like spider webs or something. I don't know. And I also ran out of chocolate, so some of them are a little bit, you know, a little sparse. But that's okay, because that can also be spider webs, or, you know, it'll still taste good. I might just keep those ones home. Poppy was waking up from her nap, so I didn't show you what it looked like to cover them or anything. But you want to let them set up until these ones are still a little soft. If your chocolate seizes while you're melting it, add some of the boiling water from the double boiler in it, and that'll help it out. Or you can add some honey, also helps. You don't want to put cold liquid in it because then it'll seize more. So if that happens, now you know what to do. But I hope you enjoyed this little Halloween treat, and I hope you make some too.
Bye.